This is the weekly baseball chat, Morehead State Baseball on MSUEagles.com. I'm Matt Schabert from Athletic Media Relations, joined by head baseball coach Mike McGuire. And Coach, it's been an up and down couple of weeks. We were talking beforehand, maybe about 10 days ago, you didn't feel like your club was very good at all. But the roller coaster is on the way up now. You've won 3 straight games, and it seems like offensively, defensively, and pitching, all 3 phases are starting to come back together.
Yeah, baseball is a long season, and you go through ups and downs. And certainly, we're 27 games in, and we've done that. Obviously, we got off to a great start. And had high expectations going into the season. Sometimes baseball humble you a little bit, and we've certainly spent 10 days where we were humbled. We just really didn't play well in any phase, but then we seem to have righted the ship, and we've played very well the last 3 or 4 games, and we feel like it's we can have a run in the other direction now, and we feel like we've started to get back on track. And you're right, it's been a combination of things. It's not just one thing. We've certainly been hot with the bats lately, but we've pitched better and played better defense, and where for that 10-day stretch we were the bad news bears.
There's really no doubt that your top 4 hitters in the lineup, Ryan Kent, Brandon Raw, Chris Robinson, Kane Sweeney, have been absolutely incredible lately. I think 46 hits in the last 10 games. But another thing that I think you noticed and fans have noticed is at the bottom of the lineup, even when you go to maybe your top 6 in the lineup, very good. Your bottom of your lineup is now starting to produce, and that's something that wasn't happening maybe last week.
Yeah, I think going into the year, obviously, we knew what we were going to get from our first 6 guys. Ryan Kent, Kane Sweeney, Brandon Raw, Chris Robinson, Robbie Spencer, Nick Newell, all proven hitters at this level, all with high expectations for them. What was going to happen 7, 8, 9 in our lineup, was the unknown. New guys plugged in there. But I think the thing that's, it has taken a while for them to understand, I think, number one, team offense. Just all these kids get to this level by swinging the bat, and learning to take your walk, learning to do the little things, situational hit, get a sac bunt down, things that they're not asked to do in high school. Now they're having to do here. And I think, Alex Stevens has started swinging the bat like he's capable of. Braxton Morris and Evan Warden, split time at second base. Braxton's really kind of taken hold of that position right now and playing very well. And, those 2 guys have gotten on base, at such a higher rate and driven in runs, had productive at-bats, regardless of the situation. And that's been a key for us offensively. The more often we can turn the lineup over and those first 6 guys get as many at-bats as possible is key to us being good offensively. So that's been really good to see.
Where would you assess your pitching staff right now? You've had a couple good starts, a couple not so good starts. The bullpen seems to be coming along as well, but what is your assessment of where your pitching staff is at this point?
Well, I think we're kind of in transition. Because of some health and things like that, we've had to make some changes. And we've got some freshmen that are getting their feet wet too. I think if you look, David Calderon and Aaron Lacer are 2 freshmen that have really good arms, yet they've had their struggles. And and I think they have a bright future, but they're learning to pitch at the college level. And I think Luke Humphreys has been up and down. We need him to pitch like the Friday night guy he was a year ago as a sophomore. I think, if you look, Tyler Keel struggled early on in the year. He's been lights out, the last 3 or 4 outings for us out of the bullpen. And we're making a change this weekend. We're going to start Hump on Friday, but we're going to move Craig Piercy into the rotation for the weekend. Craig's been a great guy to have as a closer for us, but we haven't been getting to him enough. And you look at the stat sheet, and we're halfway through and say, hey, there's one of our best arms. He's only thrown 18 innings, and that's not enough. And so we're making that change. He's going to go into the rotation, and I expect Gator to pitch very well in that role, and hopefully it's just going to make us be able to pitch deeper into ball games out of our starters. And you look at it and say, well, it might hurt our bullpen a little bit, but at the same time, I think that's where the guys, Brent Stone King, Tyler Keel stepping up. We're moving, Aaron Go's been pitching out of the bullpen. Those guys, we've still got some quality arms down there in the pen. So we're a work in progress on the mound. I think we're just going to continue to get better.
You step out of conference this weekend for LaSalle coming in. Each OVC team gets a bye week, and then next week you'll have Alabama A&M. So out of conference games, I know you're starting to play well in conference, but that's how the schedule goes. Would you like to have seen maybe another conference series this weekend to try to continue to build some?
Well, I think anytime when you're playing well, you want to play next guy up in your conference. But I think this playing well is something we can sustain now. I think we've also learned from the last rough patch. So obviously playing a non-conference schedule, it takes a little pressure off because all those conference series are pressure packed, and obviously moving Piercy into the rotation this weekend, it gives him a non-conference tune-up before we get into the conference play. So I'm okay with it. It's a chance for us to have a 5-game homestand here, and we'll spend Easter here at home, and I think there's a lot of pluses to that. And it's been a long 27 games so far, 20 of which we've played on the road. So we're looking forward to having the homestand, even if it's non-conference. We like how we've played the last few games. We want to keep that rolling, and so we're looking forward to LaSalle this weekend.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. This has been our weekly baseball chat with head coach Mike McGuire, Morehead State Baseball. Join us again next week. Make sure you check out MSUEagles.com and Twitter and Facebook for the latest on MSU athletics and Morehead State Baseball.